Okay, welcome back. What I want to do is to continue with Mathematics GCSE Key Stage 4. Okay, now we've done a little bit of this earlier, but let's look at what happens when we use multiplications and division of decimals by powers of 10. Okay, ignore the 82.7, whatever. That's not relevant to you. This is what's relevant to you. Okay. Now when we multiply by a power of 10, we move the decimal point to the right, okay? When we divide by a power of 10, we move the decimal point to the left. Let's move in and make sure we can see that clearly without doubt, okay? Now let me get my pens so we can highlight these things, okay? Bear with me for a second. Let me get my pen. I want these highlighted strongly so that they can be seen. Okay, and I'm going to leave that for that color. I'm giving myself a brighter color pen. Oh, hang on. Let me do something different, a little bit different here. Let's go with this. Let's try this and see how this one comes out. If not, I'll have to white out. So let's do this, okay? And we're going to highlight that there. Now, hopefully that will come up. Let's just give ourselves a little bit of space as well. Magnification space. Okay. Make sure that we have magnification that we can see everything that we are doing, okay? Okay. Okay, let's go back a bit. Okay, I think I'm happy with that bit. Okay. Right. Now let me go back to my pen. 1 second, let me just get out that. So I was trying to remember which one you're using and what you're using it for. Let's go to you. Now I want to go to something rich and a little bit thicker than I've used before. Yes, let's try that. Okay. Right. Work example, multiplication and division of decimals by powers of 10, and that's where we are at. Work example. So we have a work example here, and this is the work example we're going to look at, okay? Okay, that's the work example we're going to look at. And what does it tell us? If we're multiplying by 10, we need to look at it from a perspective. So if we multiply by 10, what would be the value of this number now? What will that number come? What will that number become? Now, it's important that we know what the number becomes, because if we are going to multiply by 10, we need to deal with these zeros here. 1, 2 zeros, okay? 1, 2 zeros. So if you remember, we said we move to the right up here, okay? Right, we move to the right up here. And if you remember, we said when we multiply by a power of 10, we move the decimal point to the right. So if we're dealing with this digit, 4.712, and we're multiplying by 100, we need to move it 2 places to the right. Therefore, this number will then become 4, 7, 1, 0.2. Okay, and that is where you'll need to be applying this at all times. Okay, right now there's no shortcuts to this. There's no quick fix. We don't deal with quick fixes in maths. Okay, So, and here is the solution. Also here they're showing you also how this process can be applied. We simply move it from decimal point 1 2 places. Okay, and that just gives you the function of multiplying 471.2, and you see that answer here is the same as this here. Okay, so I know I am right. Okay, right, now let's look at 10.51 divided by 1,000. Now I'm going to do this in a different manner. Okay, they've moved it. Well, let's look at it in a different manner. We're going to do this one here. So let me change the color of this for start. Okay, just change the color for a second. Color one to different color completely, to the one we have. Give me purple. Okay, right. This is the one we're going to be doing now. Okay, and I'm doing him in purple. Okay, that's the one we're going to be doing. Okay, and bringing him out. Okay, let's just jump over him. Okay, and carry on. Now, what we're going to have here then is, I'm going to put this into a bracket. I'm going to put this 10.51 into a bracket, divided by 1,000. Now, you remember we did this earlier in session 9 and possibly session 8 as well. So look back at those sessions, and once you've gotten that practice, it's very difficult to lose it. So let's put it into a bracket. Okay. Ten point 5.1 divided by 1,000. Okay. Okay. Now 1,000 into 10 won't go. Now this is just another way of looking at it respectively. Okay. Okay. So we can move the decimal point 1 2 places to the right and make this a whole number, which will make it 1,051. Okay. But a 1,000 into 10 you can't. Okay. 0. A 1,000 into 105, moving the decimal point, you can't. 0. So let me put in my decimal point before I forget. Okay. A 1,000 into 10 you can't. 0. Move the decimal point to the right. A 1,000 into 105 you can't. 0. Okay, 1,000 to 1,005 you can't. So then I'm going to move the decimal point, and it comes into 1,000 into 1,051. Goes once. I have 51 left. A 1,000 into 51. cannot go. Let me just look at my own work myself and refresh my own memory. Okay, and that's right, cannot go. Okay, so add a note here. And let me just make sure I make my bracket wider so I can accommodate my solution. Okay. So that's 1000 to 51 cannot go. And add a 0. 1000 to 510. Let me just check myself. Okay. A 1000 to 510 cannot go. Okay. So we have to add a 0. That's how we come. Let me remove this here. So, okay, thank you. Get back to my pen. And I'm using my blue. Okay. Close your back up. Okay. We have 0 here. So that gives us, oh, sorry, I was using purple. Sorry, purple for me. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. It was purple. All right. So falling to 5, 1100 goes 5 times. We're left with 100. Okay. So 1000 into 100 won't go. We add a 0. And 1000 into 1000 goes once. Okay. All right. And our answer equals, and the answer here, and that is our answer. Okay. 0.01051. Okay. Okay. Now let's just look at what we've done down here as well. An easy way to remember this is to count the numbers of zeros in 100. And here we have 10.51 divided by 1000, and here, what we're going to equal to 0.10.51. Then it actually comes down to moving the decimal point again to 0.01051, which is the same answer that I have up here. Okay. Okay, so we know that is correct. Okay. Now let's look at this and recap our sessions. With example, 4.712 times 100 equals 471.2. B, 10.51 divided by 1000 equals, we can put into brackets, equals 0.01051. Okay, and here we have the solution. We can simply move the zeros to the right for multiplication. We move the decimal point 2 places to the right when multiplying by 100, because 100 equals 10 squared. Okay, that is 10 squared. Okay, 10 tens is 100. We then look at an easy way to remember this is to count the number of zeros in 100, and we can then apply this 10.51 divided by 1000, and we can move the decimal places accordingly. Okay, that will give us an answer of 0.01051. 1000 has the 3 zeros, so we move the decimal point 3 places to the left. Okay. Just to make sure that I've got everything in line. Okay, that the examples are shown for. Okay. 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 Well, using calculators for decimals. For example, use your calculator to find 0.94 plus 26.04 minus 17. Now, we're going to apply a rule here, something called, where's my pen? Something called BODMAS. Okay, let me put it here, and we're going to look at BODMAS. Okay, B O D BOD M A S, BODMAS. And recently I've noticed they tend to call it, let's put this in a line, slash, it's been called BID, bid, M A S, BIDMAS. Okay, it's been called BODMAS and BIDMAS, and brackets are the, and let's go with this. Now let me see if I can write this out for you to remember in a manner. Okay, it's brackets. Do I have enough space? That is the question. Now it simply means that brackets come first. Other functions like open brackets, close brackets, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. So it means that multiplication division must be done before addition and subtraction. Okay, so multiplication and division must always be done before addition and subtraction. Okay, so multiplication and division must be done before addition and subtraction. Okay, that's what it means in regards to BODMAS. And similar here, BIDMAS is in brackets, integers, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Okay, so again, brackets of other or order of functions, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Okay, now what is the results of this? Now it's funny here actually because I've got quite a number of pages here. So what I would like you to do is to use your calculators and give me the answers to these, please. Okay, so give me answers to these first. Okay, yes, okay, I know I've given you these solutions here, and here's our solutions. Okay, now today these may not be applicable on your calculator, so let's look at mine in my sense of the word. Okay, and I'm going to use my calculator, which is old-fashioned. Okay, clear 0.9, right, plus 26.04 minus 17 equals 9.94. So here you can see that is wrong for a start. It has to be 9.94, not 9.98. So that would be an incorrect function here. So, but now ignore this because we don't have star. There's no need to press 0 first. Okay. Now, in this case where it says there's no need to press 0 first, technically speaking, yes, because it will come up with 0.94, as it does on my calculator anyway, basically. So try it on yours and see how yours comes up, okay? Basically first, before you do anything else. Okay. But this answer here should be 0. Oh, sorry. Plus 26.04 minus 17 equals, oh, sorry, my calculator is playing up. The answer is not 9.98. It is correct. That is correct. Okay, yes, that's correct. My calculator is not giving me the correct answer. Peculiar. Let's see what. Yes, 9.98. That is correct. Yes. It goes to show that even your calculators can make mistakes, so be aware of that. Okay. Next one. Is it right? And let's see what the result of that is. Okay. 0.403 times 16.5 divided by 0.25 equals 26.598. That is exactly correct. Smack on. Good. Okay. Again, correct. Now make sure you've got these yourselves in your correct places. Okay. And that will be it for today's session. Okay, thank you for your time. I hope you found this useful. Okay, let me just make sure I've got it all in place. Okay, and you notice that we carried on from the which scientists which has the largest amount of chemicals left, and this is session 10. Okay, I repeat, session 10. Okay, that's good for me. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And that'll be it for today. We will pick up the next part in regards to maths and we're going to be looking at how to apply BODMAS in multifunctional calculations. Okay, for my benefit I'm going to call them multifunctional calculations. Okay, all right, thank you, have a good day, bye bye.